Hey Mexicans, welcome to episode 3 of When Civilization Started Over. I'm gonna pre-record a bunch of these videos so I can get them out. So yeah, let's begin. So first up, we have the Iberians. Yeah, they've been fully discovered last video. And now we're gonna see a couple countries start up. So first up, we see a Catalonian country start up. And it will occupy a bunch of Catalonia. Or pretty much all of it. This is the first country that starts up. Second country to start up in Iberia. Oh, after the French decide to... The Southern French decide to take a little bit of it. So the second one to start in Iberia is the Galician country. The third one that starts is pretty much the Dark Cyan team's brother in my WICSO, but not really. This is pretty much the Dark Cyan team though. And then the fourth and final Iberian country. It's this pink one in the middle. This one is honestly the most destable out of all of them, and it won't last that long. But anyway, with that being said, it is the day where Europe finally gets filled up. As first they break through the Alps somehow, and they make it through all of Italy. Then we see a bunch of European countries starting throughout a treaty with these countries over here. We will now take a look at all these countries. So this is what they decided to split Europe with. So we have an Italian country starting up, and we have this Serbian country starting up, a German country starting up, Poland pretty much starting up, and then we have the final country being Russia. And the Nordics gain all of the Nordics. So yeah. Now we will be moving over to here. Where we see a new country start up. This is pretty much Tibet. As they start up in this region. They will take what is essentially this region, which is kind of Xinjiang, but kind of isn't. And we see them expanding upon that a bit. The remaining part of this will be its little own country, separate from the Xinjiangs, or separate from Tibet. This is also Tibet, but it's also separate. Because if I united these two, it would look weird. For now. But yeah. Speaking of which, the Koreans also finalize a strip of land as they take Taiwan, which doesn't go too favorably for the Vietnamese. But they split their land along this border. The Vietnamese will get all this. The Koreans will get this. And then whatever remains will just go to Tibet. This seems fair. And yeah. These two are still rivals, so they will duke it out. But, this Atlantis country isn't worrying about going over the entirety of Atlantis, so this will kind of stick for a while. But yeah, now Europe is fully discovered. And we see the gradual expansion of Russia. As they would like to get into the Siberian lands, which they expand upon these lakes. They will hug along the border of the green team and over here, as they pretty much settle over these areas. The green team actually just doesn't care. They pretty much just keep to their areas. And also the Koreans will expand upon their presence in East Asia. They will also colonize the Japanese, as they are in the area and power range to do so. There's no doubt that the Koreans are becoming a pretty strong power. But exploration of Siberia is a little slow. Especially considering that, well, the coldness of the area. They will do a little bit, but it'll ultimately decide to stop around here, as they don't really want to do much more exploration yet. Over here in the Middle East, we see the blue team explore into Africa. Pretty much getting into this Egyptian area and this Eritrean area. It is here where the blue team will push into a little bit of these lands, increasing their empire size. This hall will remain for a bit. But anyway. And for the final thing, the this Antarctic country will explore pretty far deep into Antarctica. The goal is to explore pretty much the entire Antarctic continent. Over time that happens, and as they explore, they pretty much explore all of Antarctica. And they will decide to divide this area up in countries. So let's see what those countries are. So we have 2 new countries starting in this area, but first, this Antarctic country gets a bunch of land out of this, overshadowing the size of these 2 pretty quickly. And then we have 2 new Antarctic countries. This one was centered around these 2 islands, and this western one. So yeah, now our first fully discovered continent. Okay, I changed my mind. Oceania has been discovered, but aside from that, we have Antarctica being fully discovered, and with countries. So yeah, that will end this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a new video. Peace out.